Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. If you are somebody who has seen my videos already, keep it short, this intro short and simple. I'm going to be talking about 5 more graphic novels, or in this case, one manga that I think need to be adapted into an animated series. So hope you enjoy the video. If you do, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you feel so inclined, and let's get started. The first one I'll be talking about is 2014's Witches, written by Scott Snyder. It follows a family who they move to a new town after a tragic incident that happened to them, hoping for a fresh start, but things arguably get worse for them. This is a very emotional tale, talked about a lot of deep issues. The thing that grabs me the most isn't just the story, even though the story is fantastic. This book is actually scary. Like, this is one of the few graphic novels or mangas, anything like that, that has actually scared me. And the art is some of the best I've ever seen. It's very chaotic and messy, not in a bad way, but it just looks so different than anything else I've ever seen. I love this art style, and I would love to see more more comics or graphic novels that adapt this style. Something else I really love about this graphic novel is that the characters seem real. And I feel like that amplifies the horror. These seem like real people. And I love it. I love the daughter, the dad, all the characters. They're all great. They all play their role. They all have important roles. They fulfill their roles very well. It's a very depressing story, too. This isn't a lighthearted book that you just pick up and read. Though it's pretty small, so you can, but just be aware and be ready for an emotional gut punch. Like I said before, this is a short series, so this would probably only be a one season show, but I think this would do very well if it's adapted correctly. I'm filming on another day for the rest, and change that. I don't know if you noticed. But the next we're gonna talk about is God Country. Uh, Emmett is a dementia-ridden old man who has become a issue for his family. He is very violent, and he all his son goes visit him. His son's about to have a divorce, basically, at this point, because he has become his father has become such an issue for the family because he's become violent. And on one random day, a tornado comes while they're visiting, and it levels the house. But Emmett is okay, and his dementia's gone, and he has a giant fucking sword that's alive, that belongs to another god who created the universe. And this book is really just talking about a relationship that father has with the family, and kind of like generational issues and trauma. And it's a very, very emotional story. It's not just sad. It's kind of like melancholy, just in how they talk about it. It's a lot of action, and the art is absolutely beautiful. The color usage is astounding, but it's also just a lot of conversations between Emmett and these other gods, and with his son, and also just Emmett coming to the point where he realizes that he's become an issue. So it's really him realizing what he wants to do and what he needs to do. This would be just a beautiful thing to see animated. Like, I would love this one. It would also only be one season. It's only like 5 issues, but it would be definitely worth it. This is one that I think is very underrated that a lot of people should read. It's popular, but it doesn't get talked about enough. Let's go on to number 3. Next up, we have Flawed. This is one that I've never heard anyone talk about. I found out somebody talked at a panel last year at Anime Expo that they talked about it, and I looked it up and I read it all in like one sitting. Again, this is another short one. It's one volume, couple issues, whatever you want to call it. It's like a 30-45 minute read. These are all shorter ones for the most part. And this is about a psychiatrist who lives in a very corrupt city, and during the day she's a psychiatrist. At night, she goes and she kills people that needs killing, or just beating them down, doing what needs to be done. there's also like this cabal of immortal people behind the scenes that are running the show. They eventually get tired of her. They send people out after her, and she's like, "Nah, it's time to take these motherfuckers down." And the action is really good. The story is really good. They got some emotional beats. This is kind of a simple esque, but it's really just a fun read that I think again would be another really good one season show that people need to read it more. Like if you haven't read it, it's on Global Comics, and just read it. It's a quick read. It's fun. Even if it's only a one issue thing, or no, sorry, one volume thing, you're not gonna regret reading it. Just pick it up, go get it. And just because I've talked about it with the others and I forgot to, the art is also spectacular. I don't think it's on the level of the last two because those had very creative designs, but I believe this is a really much smaller group of people. It's not like part of a real big company to where for what it is, the art is fantastic. There's not a bit that is bad about it. So now going on to the next one. The next one we talk about is also a lesser known one, but it is more popular than Flawed. Is Sheltered, and this is one that's sort of what is it? Lord of the Flies esque. It also talks about the fear that every kid has when they learn about it, about the volcano in Yosemite, I believe it is, that is bound to blow up and destroy most of the world. But this is about a bunch of families that are living in a some put together out off the grid city. They're all the extremists who think the world's going to end at any point, so they are bunkering up and saving all kinds of food. I forget what it's called. I could look up the word, but whatever. You know what I'm talking about. They live off the grid. They don't trust the government, and they think the world's going to end. So they they are getting all this stuff, and all of a sudden the kids say, "Hey, I heard about this thing that's going to blow up at any time. We are doing good with provisions, but we are years away from saving everybody. So why don't we end the lives of all of our parents, and we can survive for a lot longer if when it does explode?" Because some kid told them all, the leader of the group said that yeah, it's going to happen soon, within the next couple weeks. So again, they just end their parents, and it gets Lord of the Flies esque, and shit just hits the fan, and it goes downhill. And I'd say it's a spoiler, but it's not because that's literally the premise of the story. So I assure you, it's not a spoiler. You still have a lot of surprises, and they have one little asshole kid who is on the level of Myrtle in Lilo and Stitch with how annoying he is, and he is one of the worst characters that I've ever seen. Not worse than like they wrote him bad. He's just that fucking bad, and I hate the kid. The art is also phenomenal in this. The story itself is really interesting, and I think that it would do great if it was adapted. And this one, I think they could pull this to be 2 seasons max. But this is one that would go viral if it was adapted, and I think it should be adapted. Now for this last one, I'm kind of cheating, not really, but a little bit because it's a manga, and it's Remina. I own this one. It's my favorite Junji Ito comic. I think it's honestly his best work, and it's super underrated. But this one is about a scientist who discovers a whole new planet, and he names it after his daughter because he loves his daughter and he wants the world to love his daughter. Now, because he found this planet and it's named after her, she becomes a celebrity overnight. She didn't really want to, but people convinced her to, like, people already love you and know your name. You may as well make money off of it, right? And it starts. She's shy. She doesn't really love the attention, but she's okay. But then all of a sudden, the planet starts to act weird, and it's just kind of throwing people off. And then as it gets closer, people are starting to realize it's coming towards Earth, and it's alive, and it's going to destroy the planet. So people do what they do, and they start to try to kill this poor girl. They start to go after her and attack her, and it's really just a deconstruction of how shitty people are. And this is it gets wild, and I'm surprised this hasn't been adapted already. At least I haven't seen it adapted. If it has been, let me know. But with how bad Uzumaki did, other than that first episode, I think that they need to adapt this properly and put some more respect on Junji Ito's name, And again, do him some respect because he's a classic. He's a god when it comes to manga, and he's so influential that he needs to have better than Uzumaki, because that was buns. That really did horribly after that first season. But yeah, that's my picks for some underrated mangas and comics and whatever you want to call them, stories that need to be adapted. And let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you want a third video like this. And thanks for watching. Have a good day. Fucking subscribe if you got this far. Pookie.